So I need to share something. I'm really frustrated and angry today. And I'm frustrated and angry because I read a post yesterday that it's still bothering me today. And I've been actually creating a bit of a collection of posts from other entrepreneurs, just as part of my own journey and just kind of keeping a little archive. And when I was looking through them based on a post that I'll share in a second, I'm getting pissed off. I'm getting angry. I'm going to share something that is kind of the basis. And Christina Key had started to talk about normalizing rejection. And she wrote, I remember all of the colleges that rejected me. I remember the first company that rejected me. It sucked. And it was hard not to equate it with my self-worth, which that's very good advice. But startup life is all about rejection, rejection from investors, customers, job candidates, pitch competitions, and more. Not a day goes by where I don't receive some sort of no. Turns out getting rejected is a normal part of life that everyone goes through. And that is very true. But no, in the amount of rejection that entrepreneurs face is so damn daunting that we lose a lot of good people. And in fact, not that they're quite there yet, Jordan Jokius, who's a guy I respect a lot. I think he's done amazing things for our community. He wrote this, and this is the post that got me so upset. I'm hanging up the gloves on being a startup co-founder, at least for a while, to be true to myself, to become love, try to live in the moment again. As a startup founder, I haven't taken a salary in over 5 years. 5 years. And I've been from project to project, gig to gig, pitch deck to pitch deck, win to win, failure to failure. I'll be honest, I'm simply tired. Tired of being stabbed in the back, tired of receiving minimal early stage supports from the entrepreneurial ecosystem, tired of co-founders fighting over equity pies. And he discusses in the process, I've lost a lot of things, my health, much of my wealth, in many relationships. Jordan is incredible. I think he's done so much for our community. He's done so much for so many people. And he's so not alone, and he's not the exception. And we need to do more. I mean, sitting down and talking about being supportive is just talk. We need to actually start being fucking supportive of one another. We can't just sit back and pat people on the back while they need real support in the form of financing, in the support of credit, in the support of help with customer acquisition. We need them to also have mental health support to allow them to be able to vent, to do what Jordan did. The guts it took to write that is another reason why I think so highly of him. We don't talk about the difficulties in building a company. And that's a real shame, because more of us are going through difficulties. I mean, I know I'm building Equal, and one of the conversations Jordan had that I'd recorded was he was talking about the ability to just have the resources to carry forward. That's not investment. The ability for me to have been able to take enough time off to keep pushing Equal forward is something that most people don't have access to. And, you know, we're closing out a crowdfunding campaign, but I'm telling you, everybody sees the problem. Everybody talks about the issues. Nobody wants to actually step up and be part of the solution, though. That's not true. We've had a lot of incredible people who have stepped up, but I'm telling you, it's a much smaller percentage of the people who talk about the issue, talk about the problem, and then they wait on the sidelines, waiting for something to prove itself out to the point that they feel comfortable stepping out onto the dance floor. And that's bullshit. We need to be able to all step out and support one another, which allows us to get up and over these hurdles without losing good people who should have been pillars in the ecosystem and still are. Jordan still is a pillar. But Jesus, the fact that we're bringing people to levels of exhaustion rather than providing real support, it just pisses me off. And I'll tell you, I know we're going to close this crowdfunding round. But right after that, I know I'm going to be going out for foreign investors to close the full round. And then we're going to hear this chorus of, oh, well, why'd you leave? Well, first of all, we're not going to leave. The vast majority of everybody behind our company is still Canadian owned. But we can't get the support here. That's the fucking reality. Everybody will jump on and be supportive after we have success, after success is seen. But I'll tell you, that isn't how you build a strong ecosystem. And it doesn't mean you throw millions and millions of dollars at companies willy-nilly. But it does mean that you need to be able to provide enough resources to get to the next stage, to earn the next set of resources. I see so many incredible entrepreneurs out there. I've talked about Blade tons of times. Here's a group that's gone from 0 to $28 million in 3 years, and they still are struggling to find support. It's bullshit. It's absolute bullshit. And we'll all sit down and look at this and talk about, oh, how things need to change. But then where is everybody stepping up to help create that change? And I'm frustrated right now. I'm frustrated at seeing this because that note really bothered me. And I just had to vent. So we need to share these things way more often. I don't want to keep droning on, but we got to be supportive of one another. We need to help one another. We need to help one another when things are really tough and stop just focusing on throwing additional help when things are going well for somebody. Those aren't the people who need the help. We need to support the companies that are out there like Blade, like Brodo. Erica Rankin is very courageous in a lot of things that she's posting about her difficulties. There are so many incredible companies out there with amazing entrepreneurs. The ones that we need to help are the ones who haven't already gotten to the peak. Anyway, my rant's done.